Most welcome to Unified Fields. I would say brains because that's all I'm interested in. Without brains, we ain't gonna go anywhere, right? So I hope you all had a great week and expanded on your awareness because we are truly, truly living exceptional times on the planet, right? For the past 9 months, we have been moving through so many ups and downs, and so many people feel very lost, very lonely, not knowing who they are, not knowing where to go, not knowing how to set goals and all these things. But do know you're all safe, you're all being guided. All we can do is continuously redirect, reconnect with the universe, with the galaxies, with everything out there because we are part of it. And once we understand that we are part of the big cosmic devices, which is actually technology, yes, it is, we have forgotten about. So this week I would say let's expand beyond the fears, beyond the fears of what is happening, because all that is happening is that the universe, the planetary systems, the galaxies are restructuring themselves, and so our brain needs to rewire and, let's say, align continuously to these new gifts, actually, because what is happening is a purification of the earth plane, and that is termed light earth. We are moving everything into light, so versus duality. And everything that was in the earlier days termed dual consciousness needs to be eliminated, and we can all do that ourselves with the right techniques. That is termed evolution technology or light technology, because our innate composition is pure elemental, right? Our composition needs to move from carbon into light, and that can be done through the construction of a light body. So what many people are aiming to do is set up some light construction they have heard about that is not let's say modern day or modern day evolutionary technology that moves with what is happening now. And when the alignments fail in the body, we experience a lot of stuck patterns, and these stuck patterns keep us from moving with the flow, from moving forward financially, spiritual, mentally, physically, on every level. And so here mid-September I'm offering a small online actually that everybody can do easily, like setting that construction, your light vehicle, your energy field in the correct parameters, so you can eliminate dual consciousness very easily and can step out of the illusion that was termed the matrix. The matrix, we are overriding it constantly, and we really need to move in our spiritual body at all times. A spiritual body vibrates inside out, at least in the sixth dimension, which is grounding or grounded on the earth plane already, and thus the term light earth. And so we need to relearn so many things, and people experience so many ailments actually, you know, especially through the solar center, the sacral centers, and a lot of headaches, migraines, and these things, these are simply asking you to start to purify yourself from any density. That means purify your nutrition, purify your mentality, and thus your consciousness can be elevated and stream with the flow of the universe. And when we do that on a daily basis, there is nothing strange about reconnecting to the divine. It is actually getting back into the knowledge we already have on the inside. So here, another alignment that would be very great to do is setting yourself in that sixth dimension and opening that spiritual body at least, and working like a few weeks on your fears. There are very great techniques to do that, and get in that reconstruction box with yourself, which can be a lot of fun, and make the decision actually to finally move out of fear. Because if we do that, we open up an energy field that is open actually for new connections, new communications, and far beyond what is happening on social media. And so when we move ourselves in a sacred space set up with the divine, and we cleanse ourselves daily, we experience unity and reconnection, and that has been shown in the outer world as well. So here the proof is all out there. What we eliminate is what we gain. That is pure mathematics, because your body can then reset itself to what it really is, to who you are, to the beauty within and the worthiness within connections. We are never meant to be alone on the planet, yet so many people suffer from that. When you go out in the community, what we see is people on their cell phones, not communicating, having relationships that barely stand what their heart yearns for. And so the change is all there. It is becoming unacceptable. And once you lose the fear to communicate and to truly be yourself, you attract likewise people all of the time that help you live consciousness out of these dual cords, and that is so important. So please, this week it's all about taking the decision to construct and to re-evaluate your self-worth, and that comes down to investing in self. Because if you invest in yourself and open up to what you are as an element on the earth plane, and wanting or willing to learn to set a devotional space with the divine, that is giving respect to the universe, and so you get as much help and respect back 24/7, which is so beautiful. That is all it is about. What you give comes back, and we have forgotten about that sacred union with the cosmos actually, and getting back in that knowledge and life on every planet, not only on light earth. And so that is also reason why prayers do not work any longer. That is asking to give and to give without giving back. Our source, our direct connect to our source, our spirit self, and the expansion of your spark self, in which you get to know yourself, is all you need to reconnect and reconstruct, actually. And that goes with little steps or bigger steps, you know. There is a lot that is being offered these days, but a good stable alignment that works from a foundational equipment these days is really necessary. So you get very strong in mentality, and that is being felt in your energy fields. And so you step out of the old boxes, you know, the captivity, and really embrace the fire that is being offered these days. And that is moving in the first place out of any stuck pattern, moving into your own flow, your own passion, getting to know who you are actually and where you are heading, setting new goals. Because the fire energy and the card I pulled with the ancients, my ancient tribes actually in the Indian nations, is the smoke signals that come from the fire. Smoke signals means many spirits, forces, and sources of divine origin are trying to connect with you and offer you so much help, but they cannot enter your energy field when you don't invite or allow them. So that is very imperative. Allow them, start to communicate with them, and open these telepathic waves of intergalactic communication, and not being afraid, because nothing is strange about that. And they know what we are going through. And it is up to us to not see anything anymore as strange or, foreign to everyday living. It is not. Because for most people, as the sun rises in the morning, we take it for granted, right? When the moon shows up at night, and many moonlights and the Earth-like moon, and we reconnect, we can enter all dimensions and merge these dimensions. And when planting your energy or grounding all your energy in the spiritual body, right on light earth, there's massive changes happening to you. So here, enjoy a foundation in light consciousness, the authentic self, which is a 5-day online and easy to follow up because it's very clear, or at least step into the elimination procedures, because we are our own healing system. We have everything within that needs to be opened up again, from soul into spirit consciousness. That's a small online, but so to the point, because you will be set in a space where you can embrace your celestial and spiritual bodies and eliminate all of your fears. Because if you eliminate these fears that keep you captive or stuck or whatever in dual consciousness, it is almost unexpressible what you will experience. And we connect to more partners and team members on the planet, be it in business, be it just in friendships, because all these relationships will change more and more, you know, in coming months. I will put a video out for that as well, how important relationships are and on which level we thrive and connect, and how it can harm our body or how it can lift us up. There are so many levels, which is so interesting. So please here, comment, share my channel, like it. I love to grow on the channel and give you more and more every week, because the transition we are moving into is unstoppable, right? We either move with it, heal ourselves on a large level, and that comes down to lifting our breathing system a million miles out, so to speak. And so many people experience the highest level of stuck patterns is really the breath. The breath, if you breathe in and you cannot breathe for a few minutes, or and it stops, then you need some reconstruction here and opening at least to the breath of living light, the omni patterns that heal the body inside out, because that is what you are with the elements. And there is a lot of healing sessions I do with the breath. So many people are stuck with asthmatic problems, hyperventilation due to stress, and getting that into an interval, meaning what I do here is getting that old consciousness, that stressed out consciousness out of the body. I will open your lungs, your respiratory system. I will clear out the parotid and thyroid glands all the way into the circulation of your brain, and open your eyes big time, meaning you get to breathe through the sinuses, through the nose, to any stuck pattern, and expand your energy field, which will eliminate stuck patterns and any disease you should have in your bodies. These are very strong healing sessions I do, but they have such an effect for the rest of your life that you can start to really heal yourself inside out. And I also offer backup MP3s you can run at night or during the day, and so you heal any smoke in your body, any fog that you may suffer from, especially through the lungs. Everybody birthed into soul consciousness and thus suffers from density in the lungs, and that whole composition we have through the alveoles and the pulmonary arteries, the veins, and the bloodstream that delivers the oxygen is so being cut off, meaning people are left without energy. Because what keeps you alive? What is the energy that keeps you alive and brings new life in your cellular structure? Is your breath. So here, even for those who are suffering a lot with getting the breath through the bone construction, through the mass of your muscular content and the glandular system, that will be healed as well. So because if the breath cannot move and your sinuses are completely stuck, then that keeps you winding in the lower emotions, and thus we keep on recycling fear and all these densities the fear, the sadness, the loneliness, and all that things. So it's very interesting. I'll always do also simple readings and offer people to do the healing themselves. So getting in a one-on-one session communication system with me is I read you inside out. From the moment I catch your energy field, I see your stuck patterning immediately. I feel it beforehand, and so I can offer many healing modalities and redirect your life, your embodiment, wherever you would like to go, whatever the highway is you are interested in the most, be it relationships, be it business, or altogether, and bring that in a big repair system so you understand how come you are stuck somewhere, somehow, and how you can bring yourself back to life in a spiritual environment, because it is your spirit that speaks to you, through you, along with many guidances, and opening that intuitive field into the field of knowledge. Because when we gain knowledge about self, we have knowledge about the outer world, because it will match your energy field, and so you can start to heal yourself out with many techniques that are very interesting these days, depending on where you would like to go. So if you have any questions about simple readings or sessions, there's so much I can do, and many interesting things I've been doing with a lot of older people, especially above 65, who I've seen the lungs almost collapsing, and how I've seen them within a week's time moving into a radiant health within the skin. Because if your breathing expands through your cellular structure, and you move that through on an everyday level, it will hit the billions, millions of cells in our body, and so starts radiating through the skin no matter what age, and so you come into a higher vibration. So that is really the message of this week. Let's leave the old breathing system behind, go beyond fear, embrace the self, and decide where you want to go. Decide how much you want to move forward and invest in yourself, either by your own alignment and devotion to the divine, or should you have interest in my online individual sessions or readings, please feel welcome. Please comment on what you would like to see, to experience, and how you would like to evolve, because everything is evolution. We cannot escape evolution. We can only be more grateful every day. I hope you will all find your level of blessings this week, because the energies are lifted on such a high level, and let's hope you find your space in which you can really flourish, and find that space where ease and grace is upon you at all times. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Thank you.